Hello! I know what you're thinking. Typical BBC snowflake. But no, it's the Only Connect Cold Special, a puzzly romp through all things chilly. And I'd like to extend a nice cold welcome to two lovely teams from previous series who've returned to play. On my right, Will Day, a keen rugby player who has cycled 700 miles to attend a colleague's leaving party and once served Christmas dinner 30 hours late. James Keeling, a software engineer who beat 200 people in a rock, paper, scissors competition while on holiday in America. And their captain, Joanna Murray, a mathematician and choral singer who's seen a concert in Copenhagen while suspended 260 feet in the air. All inclined to northern climes, they are the Nordiphiles. Joanna, until now, what's the coldest you've ever been?
When I went to the ice bar in Stockholm.
I joke about until now. We're actually recording the show on the hottest day of the year so far, so it's going to be a really comfortable experience for everybody. Delighted you've come back to play. Thank you for coming. This time you are playing on my left. David Southworth, a keen snowboarder who fell into a Dutch canal after mistaking it for a gravel path. Jessica Southworth, a corporate and community fundraiser who met the Arctic monkeys while ushering a group of tourists out of Vancouver. And their captain, Selena Conroy, who spent 3 weeks on crutches after a collision with a David Beckham lookalike at Heathrow Airport. United by a passion for the piste, they are the Apres skiers. Selena, hello again.
Hi.
What's the best way to keep warm?
Well, I would suggest filming Only Connect on the warmest day of the year.
Lovely to see you all again. Thank you for coming back. You won the toss. You'll be going first. Please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
Could we have lion, please?
Yes, you could. What is the connection between these lion clues? Here's the first.
Never heard of it.
Neither have I. Next, please.
John Lasseter, that's a director, isn't it? A film director.
Yeah.
I don't know who that film, what that film would be.
Okay. Next, please.
What was that? Silver Linings Playbook?
Possibly. You are the Jennifer Lawrence.
Well, yeah, well, she wasn't a director, was she? Go on, keep going.
Next, please.
What did she do?
This is places where people keep their Oscars.
It's the places they keep their Oscars. It's worth Googling Kate Winslet talking about this on Graham Norton's show, partly because Julie Walters is there and she's so funny about it. But she explains, Kate Winslet, the thing about an Oscar is everybody wants to hold it and look in the mirror and say, you know, I'd like to thank. Yeah. So she puts it in there, and she knows they're all doing it because you hear it flush and then there's another 5 minutes before they come out. Timothy Hutton, the problem with it, keeping it in the fridge is because you want everyone to see it, wouldn't you? So you'd be constantly having to tell people to help themselves. Yeah. And there'd be nothing left in the fridge. Do you know who John Lasseter is?
So, I think he's a director, but I can't think of anything he's directed.
Well, he's won Oscars for Tin Toy and then a sort of special achievement award for Toy Story. He's a director, and he finds that Barbie's clothes fit little Oscar quite well.
Excellent.
And Jennifer Lawrence keeps it on top of the piano in her parents' house because she thought it had a weird energy, so she didn't want it in her own house. All places they keep their Oscars. Well done. Nordiphiles, what would you like?
Please, can we have twisted flax?
Yes, you could. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Just William's book.
Yeah, just William's book.
It's not
Next, please.
I don't know.
Tracy Beaker is the end. Next, please.
Just it's like a...
So it's Rip Van Winkle.
S.
Vanilla Ice.
Iced tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like what? What's the connection?
Oh, just...
Next, please.
Like just is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's their real name. And their ice name.
James is going to answer.
I think these are people's real names and their stage name with ice removed.
That's what it is. You can replace their first name or surname with ice to get which characters?
So there's Ice Cube, the
Yes.
rapper, Vanilla Ice, who I guess is also a rapper.
I think you'll find they're all rappers. Yeah, it's the kind of thing rappers do, change their name to Ice something.
Iced tea.
Yes, Ice-T, of course, the veteran rapper, and Just Ice, early gangster rapper from New York. What programme has Vanilla Ice recently made that can be heard on BBC Sounds? If you know, you know. If you don't know, you will not guess it in 1,000 years.
Songs of praise.
Vanilla Ice has made a documentary about the disappearance of the racehorse Shergar. Wow. Isn't that weird? Or at least we think he has. We've heard trailers for it. But the questioner just says he can't find the actual programme, but there are these trailers that say, discover all about the mysterious disappearance of Shergar with me, Vanilla Ice. Like something in a Viz cartoon. All ice people. Very well done. Back to you, Apres skiers. What would you like?
I have Horus, please.
I have Horus. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Could be anything.
Could be anything. Next, please.
Probably still could be anything.
Yeah. Christmas.
No, let's have another.
No. Next, please.
Oh, misters. The seasonal misters, like special misters.
What's Mr.
From the
Christmas?
Mr. Men.
Are they?
Is it-
Oh, let's go for that. I like that.
Are these all Mr. Men characters?
They are all Mr. Men. You didn't need to see the last clue. Lovely jelly. Mr. Men. Very well done. Nordiphiles, what would you like?
Please, can we have the 2 reads?
Yes, you could. The music question. What do these audio clues have in common? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Driving around in my car. I'm driving too fast, I'm driving too far.
Next, please.
To the devil, take that woman. For you know you should treat me.
This is whiskey in the jar.
Yeah.
Probably Thin Lizzy. Get the next one.
Next, please. This is Apple.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Honey, honey.
Honey. Yeah. Yeah.
Things in jars?
Honey, honey. Yeah. Fuck
Yeah.
Things in jars?
I can't take it, I'm afraid. Apres skiers, do you know?
Is it drinks in jars?
I can't take it, it's too close to their answer. I think the problem is you really can't put anything in a jar. To, ask some of our viewers. What did you recognise?
Whiskey in the jar. Honey, honey. Black
Yes.
apple.
OK, so we've got whiskey and honey. Clue
they
2.
things they have when you have a cold.
Ah, there you go. We heard lemon tree at clue 2, and the first one, hot water from level 42. The ingredients of a hot toddy. Apres skiers, what would you like next?
Could we have Horned Viper, please?
Yes, you could. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
I don't know anything about that.
It's been ages since I read it. Next, please.
I know this song a bit, I think. If it's the one I'm thinking of, go on, let's have another one.
Next, please.
Oh, that's from. Oh, these are.
No, it's
Oh, yeah, it's you.
on,
It's
say
all
it.
from George Orwell novels.
I'm going to let Jess answer this one.
I think these are all sayings from George Orwell novels.
Absolutely right. You didn't need to see the last clue. Big Brother, the TV show, they all took their titles from George Orwell. Yes, Ministry of Love is in 1984. The Moon Underwater is an essay that Orwell wrote. And it was a fictional kind of wonderful pub, which was just near a bus stop, but there were never too many people there. It was all wonderful. Love in a Cold Climate, that's Nancy Mitford's novel. And it's from Keep the Aspidistra Flying. Back to you, Nordiphiles, for the last question of the round, the water question. What do these clues have in common? Here's the first.
Science.
Can we have the next, please?
Sonic Boom. Sonic Boom.
Sonic boom, I think. That's
Yeah.
Have the
Like
next.
is it Beaker and Boom?
Do we want to have the next one?
Yeah.
Next, please.
Clocks. That's a
These
Coldplay song.
are Coldplay songs.
Yeah.
We think these are Coldplay singles.
Well done. You also didn't need the fourth clue. Yellow. They are Coldplay singles. What are we looking at?
We are looking at Speed of Sound and Clocks and
The Scientist.
The Scientists from their 2002 album A Rush of Blood to the Head. Very good. Who's the Coldplay fan?
No one will line up to that.
When I was at school, my boyfriend was in a band that they called Spanish Fly, which was incredibly cool when we were 17, and now he's just sweet. Do you know what I mean? It's some sort of aphrodisiac, isn't it, Spanish? We were all children. Don't call a band that. It was sweet, though. Jolly good, all Coldplay singles. That means at the end of round 1, the Nordiphiles have 3 points, the Apres skiers have 5. Time for round 2, the sequences round. And Apres skiers, you'll be going first again, so please choose a hieroglyph.
Could we have Eye of Horus, please?
The Eye of Horus coming your way. What would come fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
No, I don't know.
Next, please.
Okay, they're all red and white flags. Those are
Those are
red.
So it'd be something
They were-
with four
there's more colours.
Next,
Got red.
please.
That's red, white, and blue.
but the other way.
Yeah, it doesn't quite work. I wonder if it's something to do with northern territory. That doesn't work either. Try 4 UK.
For UK.
Not the answer, I'm afraid. Nordiphiles, do you know?
We think 4 United States.
Yes, it is. And why?
These are the number of times that each of these countries has hosted the Winter Olympics.
You must have assumed there'd be a Winter Olympics question. That's absolutely right. Do you know what years that happened?
Oh my goodness, 90s, no.
I could tell you the years, I think.
Oh, go on then.
Now we can.
Yeah, now I know it. Now it's obvious. 1932 was Lake Placid. 1960 was Squaw Valley.
Very good.
1980 was Lake Placid again.
Yes.
And 2002 was Salt Lake City.
Very good. Good knowledge. No points, of course. The other points will go to the other team, but I'm impressed that you know that. Very good knowledge from both teams, and it's the Nordiphiles that get the bonus point. What would you like for your own question?
Can we have lion, please?
Yes, you could. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Is it Nikita?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Next, please.
is that also Nikita?
No, it's a sequence.
I know.
Is it going to be like
But is it?
Soviet Union sort of leaders or something? I think we probably need the next one.
Next, please.
Joseph?
Yeah.
So Stalin.
So Vladimir,
No,
Lenin.
we're going backward.
We're going back,
Yeah,
yeah, so
Lenin.
Lenin.
So Vladimir.
Vladimir.
That's someone I know.
Putin's name.
Putin's first name.
Would be an acceptable answer. We've gone with a rather more literary Estragon's Companion. What is this series?
So these are the first names of leaders of the Soviet Union.
Exactly so. And we're going backwards through which people?
Nikita Khrushchev.
You know the second one, don't you?
No.
Okay.
Well, if we slightly cheated here, because the film is Georgie Girl, and I don't imagine Malenkov pronounced it Georgie, or Georgi or something a bit more Russian. But that's him. And Mary's husband, of course,
Joseph.
Uncle Joe, Joseph Stalin. Exactly so. We're missing out the odd sort of troika that held power, but the leaders going backwards towards Vladimir Lenin. Apres skiers, what would you like?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
What's Latin for forgive me? I don't know, to be honest.
Next, please. Oh, it's the plums.
What, the plums?
Oh, God, it's the plums. Forgive me. I ate the plums. They were so cold and so
Do we get another
delicious.
one? Was it going to be they were so cold? Should we get the third one and that might prompt you? Because I have no
Next,
idea what you're
please.
talking about.
So sweet.
Well, so it must be so cold then if you're remembering that.
So cold.
Is the right answer.
Well done.
Do you know why, or are you guessing?
No, I do know why. So this is a, I think it was a poem or something about plums.
Exactly so. A really lovely poem, William Carlos Williams. I have eaten all the plums that were in the icebox, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me, they were delicious, so sweet and so cold. Isn't that nice? That's a lovely poem. Well done. Nordiphiles, what would you like?
Can we have the twisted flax, please?
I don't see why you couldn't. These are going to be picture clues. What would you expect to see in the fourth picture? Here's the first.
Crows or some other corvids.
Is 2 crows a thing?
I don't think so.
I can't think of it.
Next, please. 2 swords.
This is going to be tarot cards or something. They have swords, but
They don't have crows,
No.
though. I think
Two of Swords. Oh, is it George? Like Two of Swords. A song of
yeah.
crows and
So
swords.
Ice and Fire will be the last one.
Yeah, next,
Probably.
please.
No, Ice and Fire is this overall series.
Is
That's
that a king?
Clash of Kings.
Clash of Kings.
Which order are these going in? Is it the first one? Some Thrones. Yeah,
What's the first one called?
Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Two thrones playing a game.
I mean, we've got a picture of two thrones. If they're playing a game, they might be playing it in their heads. What's the sequence?
So the sequence is A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin, again going backwards.
That's right. It's the titles going backwards. A Feast for Crows, A Storm of Swords, A Clash of Kings, going back towards A Game of Thrones. You fans of that series?
I watched a TV show.
You like the TV show? Season 7, they filmed in Iceland and the temperatures were minus 28 centigrade. And most of the casts had inadequate thermal underwear. So the chap who plays Giant Spain recommended a better brand, a Norwegian brand. Why might he have recommended them?
Because he's the Norwegian sort of ex-wrestler or something.
Well, he's certainly Norwegian.
Does he own the company?
I don't know. No, I realise I didn't really mean to suggest that he's crooked. I was meaning he's Norwegian, so he knows about thermal underwear, is all I was meaning to suggest. He was trying to get money out of it. Do you know, I've refused to have my photo taken at the beginning. Normally they take photos of the specials, and I said I won't be in the picture because when they find out about my tax evasion, this is the picture they'll use. So, I'm not having it. I said just take pictures of the teams. But I'm sure that the actor who plays Tormund Giant Spain is absolutely beyond reproach. Apres skiers, what would you like next?
Water, please.
Water. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Could be Bedfordshire, but I can't see how that's going to work.
Who knows? Next, please.
Heads, shoulders, knees and toes. Beds, boulders, bees and bows. Bows.
Yeah, bows.
Bows.
Yeah.
Bows.
Bows.
Is the right answer. How have you worked that out?
Well, David did, but so it's head, shoulders, knees and toes, but with B at the beginning.
Yes, it is. I mean, according to the question editors, this is what heads, shoulders, knees and toes would sound like if you had a cold.
Yes, that too.
Knees and toes.
I mean, why can't you say shoulders if you've got a cold? It doesn't make any sense, does it? But clearly, you think alike, and you actually get 3 points for that. So, very well done. Nordiphiles, back to you for the last question of the round. Horn Viper. Oh, a music sequence. That'll warm us up nicely. Lovely. You'll be hearing your clues. Shout next when you want another one. First clue coming in now.
I stretched over to reach you.
I recognise this.
I tried to meet
Is this Writing to Reach You?
I've been wrong. Now the fire.
Do you know who it's by? Writing to Reach You. Is it Semisonic or something?
Next, please.
New Year's Day. Okay, so this is going forward in time.
So 12th Night. So like an excerpt from the Shakespeare play.
An excerpt from Twelfth Night.
Interesting.
I'd give them that.
Interesting.
They'd give us that.
I'm going to vote they get. If it's what we think, that's why I'm going to vote they get that.
You're going to vote that they get that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That's nice. Well, tell me why you're saying an excerpt from Twelfth Night.
Well, so we heard We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and we heard New Year's Day, and before that we heard Rising to Meet You, but
These are all set on those days, sort of thing.
I'm tempted to take it. I'm in a good mood. I don't know why. I've never been hotter. But it is a special occasion. The first clue was fireworks. You see, fireworks night happening in November. We wish you a Merry Christmas, that's December. New Year's Day is January. So I was rather hoping to hear My Funny Valentine, which is a February event. However, you have moved forward chronologically in time. Twelfth Night does happen after New Year's Day, and you might say it's more interesting to hear a speech from a play than yet another piece of music. And what you're basically saying is you think the question editors have let you down by thinking of a less interesting clue and an insufficiently tight sequence. Over there, oh, they just think like the question editors. Yeah, it's probably Bose. I mean, that's if you had a cold, that's what it would sound like. Whereas you, like me, can see their game, knocking off early, drunk again. Doesn't really work, does it? It's a problematic question. I'm going to give them the point. They're going to have the point.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
At the end of round 2, the Nordiphiles have 10 points, the Apres skiers have 10 points. Time for a nice cold connecting wall. Nordiphiles, you'll be going first this time. Please choose lion or water.
Please, could we have the lion wall?
A lion in winter, is it? 2.5 minutes to solve that wall. Starting now.
Okay.
So there's like
So there's
rain,
types
hail,
of-
sleet, snow.
And squall.
Yeah, and flurry maybe.
Okay, and so there's quite a lot of
There's
weather.
lots of those. Grapple as well is precipitation of some sort.
Okay.
Oolong is a type of tea, but I can't
Yeah.
see any other teas
Yeah.
there.
What's chickadee?
This is
Chicken.
like My Little Chickadee is a song or something.
McFlurry.
Oh,
Nugget.
yeah, nugget.
Muffin.
McChicken.
McChicken. Yeah.
Okay. Is grapple part of a building?
No, grapple is like frozen snow or something.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
Frozen.
so we might have
Yeah.
enough of these. Oh, no, we don't, do we?
So it's Hail Mary. Blizzard is a computer games company.
There's the Snowman and Rain Man.
Yep.
No, I can't see any other
No.
men.
No.
Squall.
Shall I start trying with these?
Yeah, there's too many of them now.
How many are there? Okay. Right, so what have we got left? Raindrop, snowdrop,
Yeah.
eavesdrop, backdrop.
Yeah, wait,
Okay.
wait,
Okay.
and work
So
on
we've
the
got
other.
double letters,
Do you
double
want
E,
to put in
double P.
3 of those so we can see the other ones?
So it's Blizzard, Oolong, Supporter and Chickadee. Double O, double Z, double P, double E.
Yeah, it must be more than that though, surely.
Yeah.
But we could. I think
We
yeah,
can say that.
Go for it, yeah. But
But like-
put them in. We're getting slightly low on time, and
You sure?
Yeah,
it might be wrong. It might be
Try
wrong.
it.
So do it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Solve the wall. Very well done. Now what about the connections? Chicken, muffin, and so on?
So these, you can put muck in front of them to make McDonald's foodstuffs.
Yes, you can. And the next group, squall, hail, sleet. And the last one,
We think these are types of precipitation, like cold frozen rain.
yeah, cold weather stuff. Exactly so. Snow, eaves, and so on?
These are things that you can put drop after.
Yes, you can. Snowdrop, eavesdrop, raindrop, backdrop. And the last group, blizzard, oolong, and so on.
They all have double letters in.
They do, but as I heard you discussing, you know I need to hear something else.
Are they games companies?
They are not. If you look at the ends of the words, you'll find comedians nestling there.
Oh.
Eddie Izzard in a blizzard, Josie Long, Lucy Porter, Jack D. But you found all 4 groups and 3 connections, total of 7 points. Very well done. Time to bring in their opponents now, give them the other wall and see how they get on. It's the water wall for you guys, quick before it freezes. 2.5 minutes to solve it, starting now.
Long johns, balaclava, hat, snood are all things for cold weather. So a mitten.
We've got mitten and gloves and
There's
polo
also
in there
things
as
named
well.
after battles. Balaclava, chicken merengue,
nice.
I think, marathon.
Okay.
Maybe magenta? Or Ushanka? I don't know what those are. What Ushanka is. Try balaclava, marathon, chicken merengue, and magenta.
Yes, there we go. Okay.
There's a lot of things to keep you warm. Mitten, gloves, snood, hat, long johns, parka.
Okay, so if I go long johns, parka, oh, hang on.
Oh
'cause
wait,
hat
okay,
and
take those
snood-
off, take those off.
hat and snood are
We've got
things
some
you have on your
baby
head, aren't they?
animals with the first letter changed.
Oh,
Kitten,
okay.
puppy,
Yes.
Joey.
Yes.
Do those 3. And calf, bottom left.
Good work. And then,
So we've got
So we're left with 5 warm things. So we've got voice, Ushanka, and boom, and something else.
so where do you want me to go?
Well, nowhere yet. We're just trying to think of those. Put those 3, voice, Ushanka, and boom, and then let's think.
Well, unless Parker, Snood and Ushanka are all going to be like foreign warm things, maybe.
But then where would boom fit?
do not know.
Well, yeah, let's try glove, hat or parka. They all sound feasible.
Yeah.
And we're sure on these 3, yeah?
Well, I wouldn't say sure, but the other 5 are the ones we know are
Well,
warm
let's
things.
try parka, Ushanka, glove and snood.
Ah, that's your 3 lives. The wall has frozen. But you found 2 groups. Well done. What about the connections? Balaclava, magenta, and so on.
We think they're things named after battles.
They're named after battles. And the next group, Hoey, mitten, and so on.
So these are names for baby animals, but with the first letter changed.
All animals with the first letter changed. Well done. And you can still get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find. So let's resolve the wall. Here we go. Long John's, Parker, Ushanka, and Snood.
Clothing items to keep you warm?
Yes, exactly. The Ushanka is the sort of hat with the ear flaps. And the last group, voice, glove, hat, boom.
No, we've got no idea on that one.
It's another word one. You can follow them with box. Voice box, glove box, hat box, boom box. But you found 2 groups and you gave me 3 connections. That is a total of 5 points. Let's have a look at the overall scores. The Apres skiers have 15 points. The Nordiphiles have 17. So we can barely get a draft excluder between them at this stage. Let's play the missing vowels round. Fingers on buzzers, teams. I can tell you that the first group are all phrases where cold has been replaced by hot. Nordiphiles?
It shoots cold.
You're missing lots of consonants there, I'm afraid. Apres skiers, do you know? The phrase is as hot as ice. Next clue. Apres skiers.
Blow, hot and hot.
Yes, indeed. Nordiphiles.
Stone hot sober.
I never am. Next clue. Nordiphiles.
Hot turkey.
Well done. Next category, lollies and pops. Apres skiers.
Ice lolly.
Correct. Apres skiers.
Pop goes the weasel.
Yes, it is. Apres skiers.
Top of the pops.
Good work. Nordiphiles.
Lolly out of Foki.
Very well done. Next category, cold plays. Nordiphiles.
The winter's tale.
Well done. Nordiphiles.
The Iceman cometh.
Yes, it is. Nordiphiles.
Frozen the musical.
Yes. Apres skiers.
Romeo and Juliet.
Well done. Very well done, everybody. What a good round. And looking at the final scores, the Apres skiers have 20, the Nordiphiles have 22. A very close game, very high scores. You've all still got it. Well done. Thank you so much for coming along again to play. Well done. I'm going to throw some snowballs at you to celebrate how well you've done. Unfortunately, I've got arms like a T-Rex in this costume. It doesn't really work. That's the end of the show. And now, like spies when the Berlin Wall fell, it's time to come in from the cold and return to a world freed from the simplistic duality of East and West, hot or cold, but also bereft of the comfort that brought. I mean, you knew where you were with the USSR. Now everywhere's horrible. Goodbye.